Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for what could potentially be the final map of day one?
Yes.
Grubby is through. He is through, but he wants to go for the win regardless, and no doubt Rhett would like to go through this group stage with 3 wins and no losses.
Excellently, especially against a player like Grubby and SCi4 and Cloud. I mean, just playing so well. But in that game, it looked like he had that one, but not quite enough. And Grubby takes that back.
Grubby refused to let go of that one. He was a dog with a bone in that particular game. And as I said, SCi4 is now out, and it comes down, you can look at it pretty much any way you want to. You could look at map difference, and you could say, well, there's one here, one there. But even then, it would come down to head-to-head score, and Grubby beats SCi4. It's as simple as that. If it came down to head-to-head, Grubby goes through anyway, so no matter which way you slice it, SCi4 is sadly out, and he has had an amazing run through our tournament. He really, really has. But
indeed, he finally can't steal any more of your monies.
Finally, he's been brought to his knees. Of course, he doesn't go away empty-handed. He has plenty of cash there from the tip jar, as well as his $100 bounty right there for just joining. Right. But there you go. It's been a really good group stage. I think this format works quite well. It's bloody tiring.
It is long. It's over 12 hours now already.
Yeah,
I'm no breaks.
Yeah, I'm half considering actually splitting it up into 2 days for this. But I don't see how we could even work that. But we'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Grubby's back from the toilets.
Yay!
If they get toilet breaks, we have to... No.
Anyway, we managed to sneak in 2-minute breaks when we can. It's as simple as that.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's begin.
Sounds good. Have they swapped colors again? They haven't. They're so nice. I like them. They're my favorite players now.
Grubby's always green and Rhett's always red.
Yep.
A lot of the time, anyway.
All right.
Still sore.
Yeah. Oh,
so going to the gym is horrible, especially when it's crouched up for 12 hours going commentary.
Yeah, I know how that gets. Whenever I do the weights, I end up like that. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We'll eventually be fit and buff, and we will like the fittest and buffest caster team. It's going to happen.
Batman and Robin.
Who gets to be Robin?
Me.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring you Team Liquid's Rhett. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the west of this particular map, the GSL dual site, versus his opponent, Grubby. He is in the green trunks, and he is playing Protoss to the east. And, Grubby lost Steel Series as a sponsor for not having enough good results in the first 9 months. Can I just laugh? It's okay for me, I don't get sponsored by anybody.
Was that an official statement, was it?
Yeah, pretty much. He said that. He said that. That's on Reddit. The quote is on there. And bearing in mind, I don't get sponsored by anyone, and I like it that way because I don't have any affiliations. I can say whatever I want. Can I just say ha-ha at Steel Series for throwing away such a great player who's obviously about to explode?
Yeah.
Whoever picks him up is going to be in a great position.
Well, Grubby's going to join a team soon, if not his own. And
he just needs to get another sponsor for his team. It's as simple as that,
And he's going to get one, of course. It's Grubby. Of course he will.
I'd be surprised if, I wouldn't be surprised if, Rockout went after him, considering his Home Story Cup performance. That was pretty good.
Exactly.
Rockout were definitely paying attention to that tournament. There's all sorts of possibilities there. And 2012, if you happen to be a company tuned in, this is indeed the time to sponsor esports. You want to know why? We may be heading for a double-dip recession. You want to know what gives a really good return on investment? Esports advertising, because you barely have to pay anything for it.
Yeah, we're all pretty poor. We'll take you
exactly.
Take amount of money.
Just give it. Yeah, just give it. You can sponsor a tournament for so little and get so much back. God, honestly, if you don't advertise in esports and you've got an appropriate product, you're a bit dumb.
TB lays it out.
It's just true, man. It's just true. You talk to me about business. I'll tell you how it runs. Anyway, Grubby with the gateway coming down right there. Deciding to forge fast expand on this map. Can hardly blame him. Rhett's already managed to make his way into the base. Just have a look around and see what you can see. The Scantipede is currently blocking the ramp.
Yeah, it is a pretty difficult map to forge fast expand on. It's still viable. It's just you have to construct a perfect wall, and then you have to build double cannons pretty much anyway because Lings can run around the back. And Grubby's just going to be like, well, I could go 1-gate expansion. That's not too bad either. And let's have a look at Grubby's vision. He hasn't seen the gas taken, so he's probably going to go 1-gate expansion with double gas, build the sentry count up just like normal, and then from there on out, we'll play as standard as Grubby always does. And Rhett, on the other hand, is going to get gas up at a decent time, has expanded also. And then Rhett, I have no idea what Rhett's got planned on this map. I've never seen Rhett play on this map before, so I'm interested to learn, man.
Yeah, I'm very, very interested to learn. Well, a couple of people will claim that Grubby could actually go through top of the group. I don't believe that's the case because Rhett has won 2 series 2-0. Grubby has not. So, yeah, even if Grubby wins 2-0 here, he doesn't go through his top. He goes through second. So he will, as we said, end up fighting... Oh my, yes, he's going to be going up against Stefano.
Yep. By the looks of it.
Once again, the match returns. Will he ever get away from Stefano?
To prepare for it.
He does, yeah. That's very, very true.
He has got time to prepare because usually when he gets put up against Stefano, it's usually on the spare of the moment kind of thing. You're like, oh, well, I qualified. Oh, great. Who do I play? Oh, crap, Stefano. But this time he can actually prepare a little bit for it, so that's cool. And we are going to have a 3 gateway expansion actually. So Grubby being excellently safe, and a probe is hidden in the trees. Underneath the trees, chilling out in the top left.
It's always the best place to put it. This map is great for foliage. You can hide all sorts of things here.
And Grubby doesn't know about the speed timing, so he has to be relatively careful about what he does and where he treads with this single stalker, because his speed is very close to finishing now, and he doesn't know exactly when that it will finish. Meanwhile, he should be expanding to the natural very, very shortly here. And there goes a Roach Warren down also.
Interesting.
What are you planning here, dear Rhett?
Will Rhett actually just go for a nasty 2-base all-in? Possibly.
Yeah, it could work. But Grubby's got the best units to deal with it. He's going to have 3 gateways, he's going to have a lot of sentries because he's got double gas. And that may not be the option that Rhett wants to take. I think Rhett was just a little bit paranoid about not seeing the expansion down at a decent time, that he felt the need to get the Roach Warren out. But nice position here for Grubby, but few too many Lings though.
Yeah, he's being a little bit overwhelmed there, and the Lings do get in. Will he be able to stop them from killing the sentries? Yes, he does, and he holds
doesn't
that.
Have another force field. Oh,
no, he does
about
not.
To wear out.
Well,
so.
he's just warped in a couple more. I say a couple more, 3 more sentries, so that should sort that out, no problem at all. But that is a not less than ideal position, and Grubby did bugger that up somewhat.
Yeah, he can warp in 3 Zealots now, be absolutely fine, but yeah, not so good. Lost 2 sentries, a Stalker, bit of damage, delayed everything, but... And Rhett takes a 3rd base, of course, so... Yeah, that Roach Warren was just a bit of paranoia cured by Roach Warren. Because the expansion was kind of late, you don't really expect somebody to go 3-gate Expo anymore. And Grubby did, so he was just being careful, cautious. And now he's gone to lair.
Yep, nothing wrong with that on Rhett's choice of map, let's be honest. On the US server as well, so it's a bit of a double whammy right there. He doesn't want to take any risks whatsoever. And he wants the series, he really does, so he doesn't want to throw that away if at all possible. Play a nice safe game up against Rhett, play a big macro game and see how he can compete with Rhett in terms of macro, and that's pretty tricky.
And right now, Rhett's at 43 drones, just making a few roaches. Hallucination is on the way. Going double gas, you do get a lot of sentries, so you can have a lot of energy, and you can scout, does Rhett have a 3rd base, without risking walking across the entire of the map and risking all your units. And a probe does actually scout the 3rd base anyway, here for Grubby. And Hallucinated Phoenix will probably be to check the main base, check if he's gone a layer yet, double evolution chamber or not. And Grubby is pushing down now, all the way to the bottom, and I'm surprised, yeah, he's going to build a pylon also here.
Sounds like a plan, certainly. We'll see how that one goes for him. I'm just going to check something, actually. I just want to have a quick look at the results, because I may be mistaken. It might be possible that Grubby can go in first. I'm just going to have a check, though, so...
Okay.
You should do a little bit of play-by-play. You talk about this action that's going on here.
Well, it's not really going to be too much action, because Grubby's going to get shut down, unfortunately, by these Slings and Roach, and he has to return, of course, because if he does stay there, he will lose everything, which is the worst-case scenario. Meanwhile, 22 Lings out, 11 Roaches, 12 Roaches, and they are moving across the map, and Grubby is making 3 additional gateways. We'll be going to a total of 6, with +1 on the way as well. And how's your research doing?
I was right the first time. Yeah, I was right the first time. Grubby is in number 2 regardless, because Grubby would have had to have won at least one of those matches 2-0, and he didn't. So Grubby won the match against SCi4 2-1, so because he lost an extra map, it does put Rhett in first, even if he wins this 2-0. Yeah. So I was right the first time.
Okie dokie. And Rhett now is throwing down the Spire. It's interesting, actually. He's gone for a Spire. He goes in and sees all 6 gateways now as well. And he's got enough Roach and Ling to defend for now. And +1 armor is on the way as well, and it looks like we are going to have some Immortals out while Grubby takes a third base. So very safe play, but that Spire is interesting because he's now on 6 gases, and he's going to be able to get a huge gas income. And a tech switch over to Mutas is always dangerous, and the Hallucinated Phoenix, so good.
I do love Hallucination's fantastic. Again, being able to utilize that energy in order to get what is effectively a free scout is absolutely awesome. Saves you the gas in the long run right there. And having a look around, seeing what I can see, it's so quick as well. It tends to be able to scout much, much faster than an Observer. And in the meantime, Ling run by up to the mineral line.
Oh, it's going to go in the main.
Oh, it's going. Yeah, that's a... That is not ideal under any circumstances. The Zealots have been warped in as a last-ditch effort, but look at this. 2 gateways could be shut down here, and they will be. Even that's nice. And it also supply box Grubby for a nanosecond. Surround comes in, but that's +1, so slicing and dicing.
Well, Grubby's looking to go for a timing with 6 gate, but he doesn't have any gateways.
Oh, yeah, he just lost 2 more gateways. Which
so he's only got 4, and obviously he's